The Girlfriend by Leland Frankel. Setting: Sylvia's apartment, late afternoon, the present. A breakfast nook. The apartment is small but well decorated. Lots of nice little things. It's the big stuff that's coming apart. Splotches of paint flake off along the bottom edge of the wall, and there's a hairline crack in the ceiling. The window is covered with a gauzy curtain that filters the afternoon light. Seated at a table set for two is Olivia Hughes. Olivia is beautiful as a teenager, but has since forgotten how she managed it then. There is a purse hanging off the back of her chair, the last truly fancy accessory that she owns. In the middle of the table sits a pretty teapot on a pretty wooden coaster. Olivia has a teacup in front of her, part of the same matching set. A sound from off stage. Olivia glances up. Nothing. She scooches forward in her seat and removes the lid of the teapot. With great noisy efforts, Olivia hacks up a sticky wad of spittle right into the tea. It dangles down her chin for a second, but she smacks her lips and uses her finger to sever the translucent thread. And just in time, too.
Sorry, I sort of got it right now, I'm like...
Sylvia Merwin enters. She is effortlessly put together to the point that Olivia straightens up in her chair. Sylvia presents a second, non-matching teacup with a flourish.
And that's just how it is, isn't it? The last place you look? I mean, every single time it's or the first one, and you missed it somehow, but ta-da!
She sets down the cup.
A clean cup. An unchipped cup, seemingly the only one in this entire... I live like an animal, sorry. Cups. I don't even know how the first one got chipped. Maybe it's always been chipped. Maybe I bought it, I wasn't paying attention, it already... Yours is okay? I don't entertain a lot. People here, I do have people over at parties. That's not counting people like close friends or Stan, other people. Stan, that's my boyfriend, BTW. He works at, I work at the firm, which is, where the studio has a lot of their money going back and forth, and we met because Stan used to be the corporate liaison managing... What am I doing? Olivia, how are you? That's what I should have said right away. Super rude, sorry. How are you? How are you doing? I mean, life-wise, not just right now. I mean, what do you do? Mom says you're writing a book? That must be exciting. Yeah, that sounds like a book. I could never write a book. Well, that's not true, actually. I mean, I think I could if I really, because it's all about just having like one good idea, isn't it? You know? Where are you living at now, Liv? Are you here in the city, or are you still out there in Grace Hills, or... I'm babbling. Talk, say something, please.
I've been around.
Around what?
Like I've been around generally. Grace Hills, then the city for a few years, couple different places. Sort of in between right now. I know you talk to your mom pretty regularly or whatever, so you probably heard that.
Oh wait, before it gets cold, tea?
Maybe in a bit.
It's gonna get cold. I mean, this kettle pot thing does not retain heat well. It's so cute, but it really does not retain heat well.
Yeah, then, not for me, but you go ahead. This might sound, didn't you used to wear glasses?
As Sylvia pours herself a cup of tea and adds sugar.
No. Maybe like one time a pair of non-prescriptions, like when that was cool.
That was never cool.
Maybe not to you, or you. You sure you don't want a cup too? I've got those organic cane sugar packets. I promise you won't call the cops on me, but I totally steal these from this fancy coffee shop at the end of the street. I don't know why I do it. It's sugar, it's not diamonds. Like crazy, I don't know. You sure you don't want... Okie dokie.
Sylvia sips.
Honestly, the tea's not great. I'm so sorry. What were you saying about your job or being around? Or...
Just that. That was it. Or no, you probably heard, you talked to your mom.
Yeah, believe me, not by choice. The woman goes on and on and on.
But she told you I was in for a while.
No, yeah. I did hear this. You were, you're trying out the whole Sandra Bullock 28 Days thing.
Yeah, God, that's a weird reference. Yes, but that was my big what I've been up to recently.
I think it's super brave. I think that you can just admit it and talk about it openly.
Well, you already knew, so.
When Mom said that you said you were thinking about coming to see me, I wasn't really sure what this was going to be. I mean, I assumed it had to, timing-wise.
Yeah, the big one, 10 years.
And you're writing a book about it? About Grace Hills, or?
I'm writing about Eddie. Trying to write, not just him, I mean, trying to figure out why all these men, young, sometimes very young and white, always white, men do the awful things they do, and the women who let them.
Yeah, that's what you, I mean, you and I were on the same page here.
Mm-hmm.
And you know we weren't excluding you from the process intentionally or maliciously, or what we wanted was...
We, mysterious, the we, what is that?
Eddie's cross? That's obviously what you're... Not the first. We've had other complaints already from other people. We. The Memorial Planning Committee. There have been other... And this is since we announced it. The committee has received over 20...
Wow.
Okay. You got me, what? I said something funny, or you had a funny thought about something, or... Fill me in, please.
No, God, I swear, I'm not, this is, it's just you say it like their letters are already there in your mouth. Memorial Planning Committee. Sounds so fucking official.
Yeah. Yes. Olivia, Liv, I'm trying to reassure you here and let you know you're not the only one. Other people, I mean, total strangers, people who weren't even involved with it, but we spoke, we discussed it as a committee, and it's gonna be 5 crosses.
It's gonna
be 5 crosses. Like I said, we took these complaints and this feedback very seriously, and that's the decision we ultimately came to. In a lot of ways, we decided Eddie Cleary was a victim too. And even with what he did, even the obviously unforgivable things that he did, his death deserves consideration. So 5 crosses.
What about, what about the rest of them?
The rest of
Not just the ones who died, you remembered, right? You are aware that more than 5 people were...
Yes, no, obviously. But the crosses that we're erecting in front of the school are specifically to memorialize those who passed on for the 10-year anniversary. There's already the plaque in the library that has everybody who... This is about the dead.
The dead, and then the person who made them dead, shot and crippled how many people?
Crippled, I mean, if you look at the big picture, it's not...
Okay, well, I'm not talking about the big... It's just that was a fact. You are memorializing 4 innocent people that got shot dead in the middle of a high school, and then also the piece of shit who murdered them.
Yes and no.
No, yes and no. It's a fact. What I said is a fact, and why are you upset about that?
The way that you're choosing to say it
like
to
it
me,
is. That's all I'm doing. I'm telling the truth. I'm saying it to you just the way it exactly fucking is. Not a judgment, truth. I could have sworn you wore glasses, like a big, kind of chunky...
I bought this tea, specifically this tea. I have other teas for today, to see you.
Yeah, I saw, I do not care.
No, but listen to me. I was excited to see you, Olivia, genuinely. We were not close. I'm aware that in high school, you and I might as well have belonged to different species. Predator and prey. And I thought, when I heard that you wanted to see me, God, Christ, this is dumb. I thought this one we'd both grown up or something.
Well, you thought...
And I'm not stupid, Liv. I guess you wanted to talk about Eddie's cross because your dad and what happened to Scott, which was horrible. But I welcomed you into my apartment, and I'm trying to be nice, and you're already... So if this is what this is, just like another excuse to come back and pick on me, victimize me some more like how you always used to, then maybe just go. Because honestly, I am happy and I don't need people like you in my life anymore.
People like me, like you're a victim?
Yes. Oh my God, yes. With everything that you did to me, everybody who wasn't in your little clique, how you still somehow don't understand the pain that you...
Olivia's reaching around in her purse. She pulls out a worn piece of paper. She smooths out the page and begins to read.
John Maddock, weasel-faced rich kid, dressed like a Nazi. Judgment, stab a pencil through his eye during one of his stupid, long AP Civ answers. Peter Strauss, jock, gross redneck, probably brain damage. Judgment, fucked to death by a goat, which is probably how he was conceived anyway. Kathy Evans, stuck-up slut, sucks teachers' dicks for grades. Judgment, stick a World War I bayonet up her pussy and stir it around like a cocktail swizzler. Scott. Scott Santon. King Jock, probably a faggot because he acts like such a fascist macho fucktard all the time. Judgment, run him over with his 2010 giant retired Jeep, then back up and run him over again until he stops looking like such a Calvin Klein underwear model queer. Wow.
Where'd you get
Olivia Hughes. Olivia Hughes, queen cunt of Grace Hills High, put a bullet in her fucking bitch face.
Olivia carefully lays down the piece of paper.
Did you know that your boyfriend was going to try and murder half of our school?
Eddie wasn't my... No.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you,
No,
Sylvia.
No,
I don't believe you. I'd like you to tell me the truth. Tell me the fucking
Liv, that's
truth.
what I'm...
Truth. Do you even understand what that is?
Please, listen.
You don't, do you? Are you so sick in the head that you
I didn't do anything. Olivia, please listen. That wasn't...
Explain it to me. Please. What this is. Why your boyfriend, Eddie, clearly killed every single one of these people. My friends, men and women I knew and loved and cared about.
No, I'm not all of them. Not everybody on that list, not you. Are you even writing a book? Is that real? Not just an excuse to see my mom, to root through my old... I assume that's where you found it.
Yeah.
In my closet. My mom. She loves to let strangers in. Such a stupid small town thing. She loves to talk about me. She's so proud of everything. Her daughter, big city finance whiz. She wasn't always like that. Proud. She did. That's why you went to see her?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. The way she talks about you. You know, you. And I was writing a book. I still am, by the way. That is why I called her and went to your old house. You know, I was hoping you might have stuff for me. Research, maybe a picture of him, something in an old yearbook. And it's hard. It's so hard finding new stuff to say about what happened, say about him, something new. There's that picture of me right after when the EMTs are leading me away from the library, and I'm all wrapped up like a cocoon in one of those like silvery shock blankets. And I thought that could be the cover.
Of the book you're not writing.
What is this fucking Oprah? What are you doing?
Just asking. And
Yeah.
you started it.
Okay, well, you know that bitch Emily Hansard wrote her whole fucking thing about it. A survivor's tale. Like, fuck you. You know, she was in the locker room the whole time. She didn't even see any bodies. She didn't see her boyfriend's head burst open. Nobody shoved a gun in her mouth so deep and then asked her what it tasted
I
like.
can't hear this. I can't do this right now. I can't hear
Then
this.
tell me to leave.
Tell you why. Can't we just...
What I'm saying right now is that if you're such a sensitive, squeamish little flower blossom, why don't you tell me to leave your apartment?
All right. Please leave.
Jesus Christ, on a popsicle stick.
It's what you said. I'm
How
not
about
saying
you put some fucking spine in it, huh? Tell me like you want me gone.
leave. Get out of my...
More, come on!
Come on,
Come on,
Get up.
Sylvia.
I told you, get up,
Yeah.
get out of my... I said it. I told you. I'm
You know
trying
how
to
you
do
can't tell me to leave with any kind of authority, and I mean, why you can't even dredge up. Because I find this absolutely fucking fascinating. You have no power here. Your own cute, little fancy little house. And you can't, because the second you do, I take this piece of paper and I give it to the police. Withheld evidence in a case of mass murder. And I'm not a lawyer. I don't even know if I have any fucking shit here that's legal. I don't know, fuck the legal shit. I mean, I'm just gonna take this piece of paper and I'm gonna put it everywhere. Magazines, I'm gonna scan it, I'm gonna stick it up, I'm gonna put it on those stupid listicle sites.
So what? For real, Liv. I don't know what you think you know about me, but I'm not scared of some dumb doodle from 10 years ago. Nobody cares. No one is going to care.
Oh, no, but you're wrong. You're so stupid and wrong. And you said it too, 10 years. Tell me, how many schools get shot up now? Every other day there's something, but when people look back at the big boys, the motherfucking pantheon, it's Columbine, it's Virginia Tech, it's Sandy Hook, and it's Grace Hills. 10 years. You think people won't care? If anybody sees this, if they read what you said, the things you planned, they're gonna rewrite their textbooks. You'll be vilified, Sylvia Merwin. The girl who pushed Eddie Cleary to murder all those people, to cripple them like Scott, like my dad, you will be hated, and your pretty, pretty princess life will be gone like that. And they will eat you, Sylvia, raw. One piece at a time.
So this is what then? Tell me, Liv. Lay it out. Am I being blackmailed? You want something from me. You lied to my mother, put together this whole, well, intervention is the wrong word, but this thing that felt like part one. I assume there's a part two now that ends with me like sobbing on the floor and asking for forgiveness.
Something like that, yeah.
Sylvia stands suddenly and picks up her cup. Fumbling, she takes Olivia's cup as well, and the saucers and teapot.
Seeing as how none of this is going to be used or drank or treated with any...
Leave it, Sylvia, seriously.
No, I don't want anything within easy reach in case I'm overcome by the urge to pick it up and brain you.
Okay, Sylvia?
No, let me...
I'm being... God, you're such a freak. You don't have to take...
Then my boyfriend is coming over.
You what?
If you're thinking about trying anything...
What, trying
No,
like...
whatever it is. I mean, he's on his way here right now.
You mean in case I'm plotting to murder you, like you helped murder?
Like, I don't know. You keep saying these things, like insinuating, like it's gonna get more true, or like I'm not a psychological expert, but I think it's pretty obvious that you've whipped yourself up into some kind of delusion about. I'm gonna go wash.
Don't wash them. Just put them away in a sink or something, but don't fucking... Hey, I'm talking to you. Motherfucker. You know what? That's it.
Olivia starts off towards the door.
No, don't.
No, last straw. I'm leaving. You had your chance to explain it, and you blew it.
Please, I'm begging you.
You're begging me? Begging? If you even had the slightest idea, the fucking ability
let's
to
discuss
imagine.
something like you want for a second. Please don't go. This.
Fine. You're going to put down the cups, and you're going to listen to me.
Yes, I promise.
You'll sit, you won't bitch at me, you won't say anything until I say so.
Mm-hmm. I'm begging you, Liv. That list isn't what you think it's.
Here. Go.
Olivia places the list on the table, smooths it out. Sylvia grabs the pot and cups and scurries off into the kitchen.
By the way, that was a test and you failed, like, bad. You know, I was going to write a book, but I can't focus on anything. For like more than a few minutes at a time, which was always... But it's just been worse and worse the last few years. Hello. Like I said, I can't focus. I'm on medication for that now. But I'm not sure if that's a good idea to keep pursuing that, because there's also this.
Reaching into her purse, Olivia digs out a small red token.
Red means 90 days or like 3 months, which I'm over now, but you don't get a yellow one until it's 6 months.
Congratulations.
Yeah, no, I don't. But that's then, hence why having meds around all the time might not be the long-term thing, so I can't write or can't get over my block, and then I was back living at home in Grace Hills already because I lost my job, which doesn't matter. And then I heard about the crosses.
That wasn't all my choice. You know, actually, this is true. I was against the
Bitch, are you
proposal
gonna let
the
me
first time.
talk? Am I seriously gonna have
No,
to?
it's-
Okay, God, fucking yapper. You did not talk this much in high school.
I talked. I didn't talk to you.
No, you talked to Eddie. You talked to your boyfriend.
Eddie wasn't my boyfriend.
Guy that you spent all your time with and fucked.
That's not true.
Not. Which part? The time or the fucking?
Neither one of... But what I meant was that we didn't...
Wow.
Forget it. It doesn't matter.
Wait a second. Wait, holy shit. You and him never? Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my God. That is, you know, and I know that I'm going off topic. Like, I had a whole thing planned that I wanted to say, but you're fucking pathetic. I mean, holy shit. Even back then, even high school, I knew that you were a complete freak. But I never suspected for like a second that you were additionally a motherfucking virgin. Wait. I mean, you're not still.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
It's none of your business. Like, oh my God. He's seriously not. You're crazy. I'm crazy for allowing this to be happening right now, but you are not.
This is better for me, honestly, everything right now.
Fuck you, Liv.
Oh, that touched a nerve. Okay. God, I'm so sorry. This is just all too good. Just the thought that you couldn't even get him to stick it in you, it tickles me.
I'm happy you're happy.
Thank you.
You know, because, like... But I don't think it's a big of a thing making you happy, you know? You know, because just what I'm hearing right now is that you think everything that's wrong in your life is because of what happened to us 10 years ago.
The line isn't that fucking hard to draw.
We're fine. The rest of us? I mean, everybody else who was there that day, we made it through. I have a great life. I have a great apartment that you're sitting in. You're not sitting in your apartment. My boyfriend, my job. So I'm glad my high school virginity makes you feel even a tiny bit better. Let that be my gift to you, Olivia.
Smug. You think you could hurt my feelings? You, little Miss
No, probably not. Probably not. The stuff you probably get called, right, when you're some sad fucking junkie.
Olivia slaps Sylvia across the face hard.
You're fine. You're fine. You're okay. You're okay. Just stop. Just be fucking okay, okay? You're fine. Just, hey. I barely touched
Really
you.
hurt. That was hard.
Well, good, okay?
You shouldn't have. That really
You're
hurt.
fine.
It
Jesus,
still
can you
stings.
just, have you never been hit before? Oh my God, move your hand.
No.
Just move your
No,
hand.
not
Move
stop
your
it.
hand or I'll
Don't
make
touch it. Don't touch me. I
Just
don't want.
Olivia physically moves aside Sylvia's hand.
There, see, literally nothing. Calm down.
Still stings.
Yeah, because you're a fucking pussy, apparently.
It's gonna be a mark.
No, there's not.
It's red.
No.
It's gonna get red soon.
It's not. There's no chance.
There is 100%. Trust me. You don't know my skin. I get sunburned in like 10 seconds. I'm gonna get red. I'm gonna have like your hand there.
I didn't do anything, okay? Can you just... You're fine. Just calm the fuck down or just...
Olivia backs away, murmuring to herself. She
Hardship as a
paces.
pathway to peace. Taking the sinful world as Jesus is, as it is, not as I would want it to be. Trusting that you... Fuck me. Hardship as a pathway to peace.
My face still hurts.
Oh, well, are you rubbing it or poking it or something? Because I didn't hate you that hard, so stop being such a whiny cunt. And can you just sit there and not listen to me and just be quiet for like a few seconds, please?
Sylvia sits.
Hardship as a pathway of peace, taking as Jesus did, the sinful world as it is, not as I would have it. Trusting that you'll make all things right if I surrender to your will.
Can I talk now?
No, not unless I ask you something.
Are you going to ask me something?
Yes.
Are you going to hit me again?
I barely touched you.
You hit me. I should call the police.
Try. My dad died.
Your dad? What?
Yeah, like 4 days ago, right before I left Grace Hills, pneumonia. God, that's such a stupid fucking way to die. I'd be embarrassed if I died of pneumonia. I mean, that's how poor people died like 1,000 years ago.
I'm so sorry.
Fuck you.
Okay.
God, I hate it. I hate it when people, like any people, act all sympathetic about somebody dying that they didn't even know.
I knew your dad.
Yeah, you met him like one time. That's not the same. That's bullshit.
All right.
It's not the same. It's, fuck. Jesus, what were we even talking about?
Before your dad died.
Yeah, fuck, shut up. Just don't say anything about him again.
You brought it up.
Yes, I did, because what I mean is, does he get across? Does he get across too? I mean, Eddie gets across. Does my dad get across?
No. That wasn't the point of... They're to honor the victims who died
Well,
at
he
the
shot
school.
him. Eddie clearly shot
He
him.
didn't shoot at him. He wasn't not on purpose.
This wasn't duck hunting, Sylvia. There are no accidents. Daniel Hughes. My dad was teaching his class when a bullet went through a wall, through the blackboard, and it grazed his spine and went into his left lung. So yeah, he didn't die there, but he spent the next decade in a wheelchair, breathing through a tube, or in the hospital, flu, fever. You know, you get sick a lot when your body's all fucked up and useless. So he didn't die there, but Eddie clearly pulled the trigger that killed him. It just took 10 years to hit, so that's his cross.
Who?
5 crosses, you said. Tell your little committee that the last cross isn't for Eddie, it's for my dad.
I don't control that.
I'm not asking you, Sylvia.
I don't control. I can't just... Wanting something doesn't mean something will just happen. I do not have that kind of control or power that will let me just...
What are you even? I mean, besides Eddie's girlfriend, I thought you were a hotshot, some kind of fucking... You're a lackey? What are you? You're a secretary, or you don't know?
I donated money.
Okay, then ask them to put that money to good work.
No, Liv, you're not listening to what I sent them a check for $50, okay? That's the grand extent of my contributions. I'm an honorary member. My name's not even gonna be listed on the final. Whatever they're gonna do with the crosses, Liv, it's already done.
Yeah, but you can change that.
No, I can't. Not everything can be... Stuff happens, and it's stuck. It's done. And this is sick. This whole thing's... I was not Eddie Cleary's girlfriend. I'm not anybody, I am me. That's who I am, not just in relation to somebody else. I mean, and I have been hit before, you know. You said,
yeah, I know what I said. Hit. Well, you don't take it like you do.
Oh, so what, you think I'm like lying now?
I don't care what.
Oh, no, I've been in fights.
Oh.
You think I wasn't in fights? You think girls like you, like snotty rich bitch girls like you, didn't pick fights with me?
I never did anything to you, Sylvia, so I don't know what you're talking about.
That's classic, that. Like, I mean, that's so perfectly you.
Fucking seriously, Sylvia, you know what?
No, this is like you do it to a T. Like, if you didn't, you personally, in action is action.
That makes no fucking sense.
Oh, you think it doesn't? You had friends, Liv, and they had friends, and every day they would try and kick the shit out of me. Like I'm talking physically. Kick the shit out of me. Rachel Parker,
Okay.
Mina McGowan, Sue Lyons,
Oh, there's a list.
Aspen
There's a whole
Reynolds,
list. That's great.
Kathy fucking Evans, Kathy Jordan, Sarah Bennett, Jessica Edelman. You're friends, and you never lifted a finger to stop them from...
To stop what? It wasn't fucking Fight Club. Don't put me in a thing that I didn't participate in.
They told you. You saw me.
So it was
You
my
knew.
job to be your personal guardian angel.
I didn't need an angel. I would have settled for a decent fucking human being.
I'm in charge of me. I control me, and other people aren't my business.
You're a liar. You could have stopped it just looking at them. People listened to you, Liv. You spoke in class in voice, you were there, your words. People shut up so they could hear you better. And I don't know if you remember, if you can remember looking at you now. But back then, guys would have cut their own throats for you if you asked them to. Girls would have pulled out their own fingernails like chicken feathers if they thought you'd like them more for doing it. Did you really never stop to question, like, why everything in your life went exactly how you wanted it to all the time? Were you so pig-headed, so firmly entrenched up your own perfect little bleached asshole, it never even occurred to you?
You think I bleached my asshole?
No, I don't know what I think. It is a thing. It is a thing that certain people do.
I've heard.
It's real. I mean, like, totally besides the point, but it's real.
Where's your boyfriend?
Where what?
You said he was coming, is that true?
Yes.
You didn't make it up just
I'm not a liar. He's coming. He's late. I don't know.
What time is it?
I don't know.
Sylvia digs around in her pocket and pulls out a cell phone. She types.
Where are you? Send there. Happy?
Never. That's the thing with getting high all the time. You really start to see how much just normal life living sucks in comparison. But you still get that choice between being alive and miserable or dying. We are whatever we make ourselves to be, except not always, except when people like you take that choice away.
I didn't do
Liar. You are a liar, Sylvia.
I want to see your coin thing again.
What? It's not a coin. It's like a token.
Can I see it?
Why?
Because, wow, look, you're getting all suspicious now. I want to see if it's real.
Oh, now you're calling me a liar?
Among other things. Don't show me. I don't care enough. I just think it looks like a junkie and it sounds like a junkie and walks like a junkie and moves and...
Olivia fumbles in her purse and pulls out the red token again. She holds it out.
Are you gonna give it to me and let me see?
Olivia holds the token out, still. Sylvia gets up and takes it from her.
To thine own self be true. You don't look like
They all
yourself.
say the same thing.
To thine own self be true. What is that? Is that the Bible? Is that from... Personally, I always preferred, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. It's very inspiring.
What about God helps those who help themselves?
Sylvia tosses the coin. She catches it and flips it onto her arm.
Okay. Heads. Which side is heads? Oh, the triangle and the writing, okay? Okay, heads. You go away right now before my boyfriend gets back and you leave me alone and you never talk to my mother again and you're gone forever. Tails.
What the hell's
Tails! And I will tell you all about how Eddie and I plan to assassinate the entire populace of Grace Hills High. Every last man, woman, and child, and we bring it to the press. And then you get your book deal like you wanted, and I rot in hell forever.
Sylvia makes as if to move her hand and read the coin, but it's a fake out. She tosses the coin back to Olivia, who flails to catch it.
Guess your face is on the menu.
I'm not scared of you, you know.
Yeah, well, you really fucking should be.
I was. I mean, for a long time, you were my boogeyman, like my nightmare.
Yeah.
But what I'm starting to see, like what I've sort of put together while we've been talking here, is that you are doing exactly what I used to.
Oh, and now please, tell me what that is exactly.
You wear your whole everything right there on your skin.
What?
Every feeling, every thought, everything is all right out in the open where everybody can see it and touch it and do whatever they want. That's how I was. That's how all truly weak people are, I think. Back then in high school, like, you weren't even like a human being to me. And now if I want to make you scream or cry or lash out, all I have to do is find the right spot, take my little finger, jab it in there.
What is this, some kind of dyke shit now?
No thank you, please. This is just me knowing that if I call you a junkie, which you are, you're gonna flinch exactly like you just did. Or if I tell you that even though I had nothing to do with Eddie and that I don't waste 1 second of sleep on Kathy or John or Scott.
Don't say his name. You do not get to say his name with your filthy fucking profane mouth.
Scott Stanton. Scott Stanton was...
Olivia abruptly throws aside one of the chairs with a clattering sound.
Scott Stanton
Don't.
was... he was a pretty boy fascist thug with K-pop hair. All his lax bro buddies and BTW unrelated. Those guys sucked at lacrosse. They never won a single title in 4 years. Think about that. He and his stupid jock friends did nothing but make Eddie's life a living hell. I mean, I'm talking about constantly beating, taunting, spitting, screaming, harassment and abuse, fighting.
Wedgies.
This isn't funny.
Yeah.
This isn't a joke. Liv, you can't. Scott smeared shit on Eddie's locker. And Jensen Whitford, you remember Jensen, the shaved head? He and Scott got drunk one night after a party. They went to Eddie's house and they put a brick through the window of his car. When Mrs. Cleary called the cops, they laughed. A brick, shattered glasses, said it was just boys being boys.
So that gives Eddie the right to gun them down?
They tortured him.
Sylvia, get it through your fucking head. Children are mean.
Oh, and you are not children. Because children can be cruel and petty. They can do awful things to each other, but not like you. You come into my apartment and you want to talk about death threats.
Sylvia goes to pick up the fallen chair, setting it back in its place.
What about Scott telling Eddie that he was gonna skull fuck him till his eyes popped out? What about getting notes in our lockers? Kill yourself, slit your wrists, die whore. And even when you're not at school, it's all there, it's online too. You can make a new account, you can block one person, 2 people, but you can't stop all of it. You can't shut down every page somebody builds for the sole specific purpose of shitting all over your life. Maybe you try to complain to a parent, a teacher, any kind of authority figure that you think, please God, they can do it. They can make it stop. But the people who torment you are smarter and faster and about 100,000 times more focused than any adult is ever gonna be. Which is just around the time you realize that you are fucked. You are well and truly effed in the A because this is gonna keep happening and happening until you leave the sun behind or you give in and die, whichever one comes first.
You really do. I mean, you like legit see yourself as a victim.
Oh my God. If you had even a scrap of self-awareness, I think
Says
that
the
you could-
woman defending a murderer. We are what we make ourselves. That's the one thing, the single solitary thread that ties every human being together. Free fucking will, the choices we get to make.
Like you and the drugs and the unemployment and living with your parents.
That's different.
How?
Because it wasn't name calling in the hallway, it was a gun pressed to my forehead.
You talk like you were the only one. We were all there. Liv. We were all at school that day and we made it out, same as you. So tell me that it's not your free will taking 20 minutes and spinning it into 10 years of excuses. Can I ask you, and I know this is supposed to be your big interrogation, but can I ask you a question, Liv? What the fuck happened? I mean, what the fuck happened to you, Olivia Hughes? Every time you make a bad choice or you take a wrong turn, it's gonna be Eddie Cleary's fault?
Well, it is his fault. It is exactly his fault. He almost killed me.
Keep saying that, but for some reason all I can hear is whining. It's legit like the funniest thing. Whining about how you make all your own decisions, about how you control your life, and then about how a 16-year-old kid who's been dead for a decade took all of that away from you.
You think I'm making it up?
I don't think about you at all.
There was no warning for us. For everybody else, you had a chance to run or hide, but he came to the library
Olivia, I
first.
don't want to
He
hear
came
anything.
for us first, and you never. Bullets up close. I mean the sound of bullets being fired from 5 feet away. It shatters the air in a room like a fist through plate glass. Everything's fine and normal, and then it's just your head is full of sound, and you realize it's not just up there, it's you. You're screaming at the top of your lungs like, he got John first. That wasn't clean, no. It's not like in a movie when one hit and then the bad guy drops. Not John. John was still moving. He was trying to limp away because he had a piece of his leg gone, and then bang, his arm, and then bang, bang, and then he drops, and it's blood on everything, and he's still shaking. He's not dead yet, because people are tough. Bodies take a while to bleed out completely, and we're all screaming still, and running, and trying to get away, and Scott, he pulls me under a desk, the librarian's desk, and he thinks, maybe Eddie didn't see. Maybe we can stay here and he'll keep moving, or the cops, or another kid on the side, he just drops. I don't even know, I can't remember. It's like a ginger with lots of red curly hair, and he made it. laid there playing dead, maybe thinking he really was dead. I couldn't see left or right or anywhere but center. I mean, the very middle spot in front of me, all crouched up, my knees hugging them to my chest. Didn't know if there was anyone else left, maybe behind the bookshelves or another table, but we can't see. I can't see, but I can hear. And there's these steps. 1 step, 2 step, 3, 4, 5. Eddie moves pretty slowly and he's quiet. He's not saying anything, and I hear him breathing, and I'm not breathing now. And neither of us are breathing now, and if we don't breathe, he won't hear and he'll pass by. But then Eddie stops and there's no more steps, and he's right there on the other side of the desk, just like a couple of inches of wood, and everything is so slow and so quiet. And then there's this click, and he presses the gun, the mouth, the end part, the barrel, and he presses it to the surface of the desk, and I thought maybe it's his finger tapping, and then bang! Bang, fucking bang, and it's Scott's head. He wasn't human anymore. I mean, through the wood, the desk, the bullet, it just exploded there in front of me, onto me, like covered in blood, like my face, and it was in my eyes, and my mouth, and my hair, and it's warm, it's like almost hot, like it's out of the oven or something, like fresh, and I was blind, and I couldn't open my eyes or my mouth or anything, and nothing beyond me existed. My heart was beating so fast, and I thought my chest might cave in, and nothing. And then Eddie dragged me out. He grabbed me by my hair, which was wet, like I said, with Scott, his brain, like pieces of it. And my hair was so long. And he grabbed a fistful, and I thought he was going to pull my head right off. Open your eyes. I did it. And he yelled it louder, and I opened my eyes, and he looked surprised, like maybe that I did what he said, like he was starting to say something else, and it stopped, and then he started again. And he told me to open my mouth, and I couldn't because I was crying. I was shaking, and my jaws were locked, my teeth were clenched, and there's no way, but he yelled, "Open your mouth, open your fucking," and then I did. Slowly, but I did. And then he shoved the barrel of the gun into my mouth, and it's not a big gun. It felt big as I choked as he pushed it so far back, and then the metal was rattling around, and he pushed me on my back, pressing the gun down, hitting my head on the ground. He had to get on his knees to do it. And then Eddie laughed. He laughed like a kid, like, how did it taste? And I couldn't say anything. The gun, it's like, how did it taste, you stupid fucking cunt? And it's like, I don't know. And so he pulled the gun out. And I gasped, because I hadn't been breathing the whole time. My face hurt. And he pressed it against my forehead, and then instead, harder than before, like this little circle mark, and I could feel the barrel on my skin. But right before, a light went off in his eyes. I mean, like it was like he had like an idea or something. And then he pushed around in his pocket for a little bit, looking for something. Open. I couldn't. Open your fucking... I did. And he put something in my mouth. It was metal, but it was worse than the gun. It was the same taste as Scott, as the blood. And turn over. And I started slowly, too slow. So he grabbed me in the hair and he flipped me. Stay there, like I was gonna move. Like I could move, like there was any way my body. And he pressed the gun in the back of my head, and I felt it again, that circle, and the thing, and my mouth was hard and bitter still, and it cracked my teeth. And then he lifted the gun from my head, and then footsteps. 1 step, 2 step, and then the door, and he was gone, and I was in the library alone. There was the one kid on the other side of the desk, and then there was Scott. No face, no head. And me, and I held up my mouth, and I let it drop, and then something fell, and I closed my palm, and I kept it there in my hand, and nobody saw. Nobody. And I brought it home, and I never looked, and it was in my hand, and it was clenched there, and then I opened it, and I saw a bullet. That was his joke. I guess. Little gift to me. Just like you wrote, put a bullet in her fucking bitch face. So, it starts off with taking something to help you sleep, And then for the daytime, when you're awake, you need energy. And that means something else too. Honestly, the little things add up piece by piece. And every time you close your eyes, you see Scott. And he's the one, his face, his beautiful face, like it's projected on the back of my skull. And you know what? No matter what you're on now, you can't sleep. You don't feel safe anywhere anymore. So you buy a gun, and you keep it by your bed, and there are nights when you just sit there, holding it, feeling the realness of it, because you swear to God that any second someone's gonna come through that door. Eddie's gonna come through that door, and this time he's not gonna change his mind.
It's so dank in here.
Sylvia marches to her window and begins trying to peel back its curtain.
It's like a pit. This stupid window faces a wall. It's like you can't see anything but wall. If you look out, it's wall. Look down, it's an alleyway, more walls. Plus this curtain is cheap-ass crap sale curtain. You can't even...
She manages to open the curtains just a sliver and let in a little more light.
There, that's the best you got. It's not... Makes the light all yellow like butter. It's gone bad. I hate my apartment. And then you're only saying that.
I wasn't.
You weren't gonna say it's nice? It's not. No matter how hard I have tried to make it livable, but this window's bullshit. Kitchen's small. Sometimes the sink water runs gray for a minute, or red even, before it gets clear. The mold, cracks, and the whole thing is badly, very badly in need of a coat of paint. And there's a smell. Even you can't deny that there is a smell. Stan and I are moving in together another week and a half, and I'm gonna go live with him, and then we're going to start looking around for our own place, somewhere new.
Lucky girl.
You don't believe that shit, do you? Luck, faith,
I
everything
told you what
happens
I
for a
believe.
reason. I didn't know he was going to do what he did. How could anyone... If I had suspected even for a second at all, I would have called the police. Or at least, I mean, if not that, then I would have talked to his parents. At least not done anything.
Wow, that's funny. Yeah, the idea, I mean, talking to his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Cleary Sr. Like, Roosevelt could have called up Mrs. Hitler and said, you know, young lady, you've got a bad egg on your hands. Yeah, that... Eddie ever talk about his folks?
No.
Ever meet them, Sylvia? Ever get the chance to?
Once or twice. He didn't like... He wanted to be away from home as much as possible. I never asked
Because
why.
you assumed that they were, you know, fucked. That they were beating him or raping him or starving him or taking away his devil rock and roll records or
I never
whatever cliche.
asked. I never knew. Is that so hard to wrap your head around?
No, it's not. It's just, I only bring it up because I have met them for the book when I was, and they are, drum roll please, perfectly normal people. Very kind, decent. In fact, they loved their son.
I'm sure Mrs. Hitler.
Yeah, they loved their son. They treated him well, and they gave him space and privacy and respect and love, and he turned out the way he did just the same. They're perfect. I mean, no, there's no perfect. But as nice of a place for a kid to grow up as anywhere on earth.
You think a white picket fence means that Eddie just sprung out of nowhere for no reason? This isn't American Psycho Live. This is Frankenstein. Monsters are built.
Sometimes they're just born. You know, more and more and more they're born. And every day there's another one. More kids dead on the linoleum floor.
So we've developed like a poetic streak now.
Don't sound so surprised. I do read books, you know, even poetry.
Large print.
Fuck you. You know, I know you think I'm dumb. Lots of people think I am even before. You see a pretty high school girl with nice tits and you think she has to be stupid. People have this idea that we all get just those 4 years, right? The athletes and the cheerleaders, and then you have everything that comes after, right? Right. I mean, I'm sure that's what you, eating lunch in a bathroom stall, told yourself. Just a couple more years until I'm off to Harvard or Brown, and she's still gonna be there. Because these are the best 4 years of Olivia's life, and then I get my turn, right? Bullshit. Bullshit. Winners are winners and losers are losers, Sylvia. That's how it works.
That's bold talk from an unemployed junkie.
What I'm saying is, you look at it on paper, and these guys who are going out and killing innocent people, doing what Eddie did, if there's like one thing stringing them all together, I can't see it. Abusive homes, bullying, that's the shit we come up with after to try and make it work. But you have for real all these angry little white boys who want to fuck everybody they don't like. And they think the world's gonna see them as heroes for doing it, but they're losers, Sylvia.
Losers. That what it meant to you then. Or now even that. What you did to me and Eddie was evil. I didn't want to kill you. I wanted to beat you. And every time we tried, you're the one who slapped us down
Okay,
again.
so that makes it okay, because some people were mean to you. They
Mean
deserve.
isn't half of it. I never said mean. I never said bad. I said evil. What you did was evil. And you were surprised when evil is exactly what you got paid back in full. You want to talk about monuments and crosses? We had scars carved into our skin. That is how we remembered you, the cool kids, the winners.
Well, none of that changes anything. I still want.
There is nothing for me to do.
I put up in Eddie's name, Sylvia, or I will take this list that you wrote, and I will.
I told you I don't have that power, and even if I did, I would say fuck you right now.
Giving Eddie one of those crosses exonerates him.
It memorializes a warning that we should never let
No,
anything
it turns
like that
him
happen
into a
ever
martyr.
again.
For all those other angry boys, it gives them something to aspire to. The more you disagree with me, the more I know it's because you're just as guilty as he was. And the thing that I find so weird is that you talk about how innocent you are and how we deserve what happened to us because of how we treated you.
I never said that.
But
I never said anybody deserves what happened to them.
This is what sticks in my throat. You've spent the last 10 years doing everything you can to not be the you that you were then.
I'm sorry, I what?
Where are your glasses?
I don't wear glasses.
Yes, you do. I saw them every day for 3 years. Where are your fucking glasses, Sylvia?
Sylvia walks off stage. Olivia paces for a second, then takes a seat.
Pathway to peace. Pathway to peace. Taking as Jesus did this sinful world as it is, not as I would like it to be. Not trusting sinful world as it is.
Olivia grabs her purse and begins to look through it. After a moment, she reaches her hand inside and feels something at the bottom of the bag. Whatever it is, Olivia becomes calm.
I had to take out my contacts.
Olivia quickly withdraws her hand from the bag. Sylvia returns wearing a fashionable pair of glasses, holding a bottle of mid-priced whiskey.
Hope you didn't get too bored waiting for me out here. Oliver People's Frames, $400.
What? What the fuck is that?
What?
She places the whiskey on the table.
Oh, are you not allowed to drink? I sort of assumed it was more of a pills or like a kind of situation going on. You weren't very specific. I mean, people like talk about you sucking dick for crack and stuff, but like, how do you know how much of that to believe, you know? 'Cause people talk. They'll talk about anything. That doesn't necessarily mean that any of
You're
it
a
is
real
true.
twisted bitch.
Sorry, not sorry. 1 cup?
Sylvia goes off again into the kitchen.
Your glasses were thicker in high school.
Yeah, you know, it's like I wasn't super fashionable. Like how you were. I didn't wake up 2 hours early every morning so that all my shit was color coordinated.
I didn't wake up 2 hours early. It wasn't a big thing. It's just putting in a little bit of effort. It's really not that hard to fit in with everybody if you actually like genuinely want to. Again, that's what you people don't try and do instead of just bitching about how everybody else lives their lives. It's less stressful.
Sylvia comes back on with a teacup from a different set. She texts furiously with her spare hand.
Where the hell is Stanley? Where the hell is my boyfriend?
I'm used to keeping him on a pretty tight leash.
It's called trust, NBTW. I want you gone. I want you out of here before he gets back.
Worried about my feminine wiles?
Hardly. He's not turned on by trash.
She sits and pours herself a cup of whiskey.
I can't believe you remember I wore glasses. It really is the funny kind of weird details that stick out in your mind even after some of the big stuff drifts apart like smoke.
As Sylvia starts to reach for the piece of paper on the table, Olivia snatches it away.
Easy there, I wasn't... Pop a chill pill, lady. Maybe no more pills for you.
Tell me that you knew. I know that you knew. You wrote that list right there on the table. That's your handwriting. That's you planning all the delightful little ways to murder my friends. And you want to tell me that I'm pulling this out of my ass, out of my bleach blonde asshole?
One piece of paper doesn't make me an accessory to mass murder.
It does when your co-writer goes out the next day and shoots up his school.
God, you just want to boil it down to the most simple, stupid things, don't you?
Life is simple. Cause and then effect. Action, reaction, before, after, living, dead, in and out. I can keep going if you don't stop me.
This is insane. You are legitimately a
I
crazy
have
person.
the
Liv.
fucking
I don't
list.
even know why.
It's right here. It says that there's blood on your hands.
I didn't kill those people, Liv. I didn't shoot Scott or your dad. I'm not responsible
But
for
you
what Eddie did.
celebrated it. You encouraged it. You encouraged Eddie and you pushed him to bring his daddy's gun to school.
I swear to God, I did not.
I swear to something else. God left the room a long time ago.
I didn't know he would bring the gun.
In all that time you spent together not fucking, apparently, he never suggested that he might be thinking about it.
What kind of conversation do you imagine we were having?
There are signs when people do these things. You or his parents, somebody.
You didn't see shit. What makes you think that we
Because
would?
you fucking knew him! That's why! You spent every day with him. That's why. I don't believe you when you say you didn't know. You wound him up and you sat back and you watched it all happen like American fucking
I
Idol.
wrote that list to be sarcastic. It was a joke.
Not for Scott. Not for Kathy or John or my dad. Everybody you couldn't stand. The ones who fit in. Who had friends and lives and didn't spend all their time hating on everything.
Hate is a two-way fucking street. No one exists alone. There is no bubble, Liv. And the harder you hate, the more darkness you put out there, the more it comes back to you. And there's no running from it. There's no hiding under a desk.
Hiding. Like you.
I'm not hiding. What could I possibly be hiding from?
From yourself. Hiding from... You changed your glasses, your clothes, the way you talk and move, your life. Hate in, hate out. You realized what you really were and you got scared.
And what was I precisely?
A killer. And all you needed was the right trigger to pull, right? Bang, bang, bang. Hate in.
Hate out.
Sylvia pours herself another cup of whiskey and drinks. She pours herself some more.
You want a drink?
Shut up.
Sure, just not even a little bit.
That's not
Just a
funny.
little drink, not just one. I wouldn't even count.
She proffers the cup.
Why are you doing this? That's not funny, Sylvia.
Come on, live a little. See, live.
Stop.
See what I did there?
Get that out of my face. Get that out of my face
See what
right
I did
now.
there?
I said,
Come on, just do what you get to try. Come on, just one teensy weensy.
get it out of my fucking face.
Olivia smacks the cup out of Sylvia's hand. It hits the ground and shatters.
I have your list. What you did. I mean, whether or not you can prove that you knew about the shooting, this is a criminal offense. Holding back evidence during an investigation is a criminal offense.
To fucking memorize, you're not gonna turn me in.
Sylvia begins picking up stray shards and placing them on the table. She places a large piece onto the table with a clink.
Turn me in. That sounds so old West Cowboy. You're not gonna do anything with that stupid piece of paper that stupid 16-year-old me messed around with. This isn't even about Eddie's list or me or your dad or crosses.
Sylvia sits, holding a shard between her fingers, toying with it as it gleams.
You came here hoping that I would be worse off than you are. You went to my mom too, looking for horror stories. But I moved on. I'm not ashamed or frightened of my past, and I think it just kills you that I didn't let one day, one small scary hour of my life define everything else.
That's not me.
No?
No, it's not what I did.
You're right, it's no, not did, are doing.
Shut up.
I was there. I saw them shoot Eddie. I saw them 17
Shut
times.
up. Just shut up.
No, for
Shut
sure.
up.
So don't you talk to me about horror, about what happens when you close your eyes. I was there, and don't you ever, I mean, what do you think? He sent me a warning? You think Eddie texted me a little heads up? Some of you guys are alright, don't go to school tomorrow? I could have died too, just like you could have, just like all these other people who did.
He didn't want you.
No, he wanted you, but he didn't get you, did he? He had wants a chance, Lynn. Why didn't he take it? Why are you alive right now, huh? Think about it. Think about it. Fucking think about it. Fuck!
Something has happened to Sylvia's hand.
Hey, yo, what's wrong with your hand?
All this crap, this anniversary of the planning committee, none of it adds up to anything. It doesn't fix anything. I know it doesn't, but at least I'm trying to do something. At least I'm trying to fix something. And all you do is complain. And when you're one of the lucky ones, when you're alive.
Blood is visibly running down her arm.
Fucking fuck you do to your hand.
Fine, it's fine. I'm fine.
What is it, glass? You cut your hand?
I'm fine. Like it doesn't one small piece. It
That's getting Sylvia. You're not fine. That's a bad one. That's bad.
As she reaches out, Sylvia instinctively grabs Olivia's hand and pushes it away.
I'm fine. Don't fucking touch me.
Jesus, all right. Bleed to death for all I give a shit.
Olivia goes to brush back a strand of her hair, but realizes too late that Sylvia's blood has gotten onto her hand. A smear of it now mars the side of Olivia's face.
What the? Oh no. No.
What'd you-
No. It's on my face.
God.
It's on my face. Get a towel! Get a towel! Okay. Just get a towel. It's on my face. Oh my God, I can't breathe.
Sylvia goes off into the kitchen. Olivia, trying not to vomit, takes a seat.
Gosh, that's a pathway to peace. Actually, that's a pathway to peace. Trusting in Jesus, that you're taking this one simple one as it is not so much to be. Oh.
She sees the bottle sitting there and grabs it, unscrewing the top with shaky hands.
Your world is simple world as it is, not as I would have it to be.
Olivia forcefully pushes the bottle over onto its side. It lays there, untouched on the table. In the near distance, the sound of a door being unlocked. Oh, there we fucking go. Sylvia!
Oh my.
Hey, babe, are you? I'm so sorry you didn't even calling or texting anything. You know my phone? I didn't check this morning. I must not have plugged it in overnight or something because I get in the car to come back here and it's dead, talking doornail, completely. Oh, you're not my girlfriend?
Not yet.
Right. No, oh my God. You're Sylvia's friend.
Yes.
Sylvia, she said someone was coming over. Maybe. I'm Stanley Culverwell. Very nice to meet you. Did Sylvia duck out for a second?
No, I'm here. I've been looking. I've been calling. I wanted to know. I didn't know it.
Oh, hey, what the hell happened to your head? You.
Oh
That,
my
I
God,
mean,
yeah.
on your face.
It's nothing. It's
no.
nothing. Stan, Olivia dropped the cup, and I went to pick up some of the pieces. I cut my finger, so it looks a lot worse than it is, obviously.
You're seriously not. That is blood. You're bleeding. I'm sorry. I just can't do. That's blood. Just the sight.
It makes them squeamish.
Oh, you poor dear.
Here, I'll go to the bathroom, so you don't have to.
No. I'll cover up. Yeah. That's better. Christ, it's stuffy in here, babe. You ever figure out how to get that window open?
No. I mean, I tried. It's painted shut.
Oh. I guess it doesn't matter for too much longer. Are you sure you don't need to go to the hospital?
I'm fine. I really am.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to go in a second.
Go where?
I'm doing an early dinner with a friend of mine. You don't know.
This is a different friend than the friends you were out all day with?
Yeah, I mean, you don't know him. Dave is a work guy.
All right.
Yeah, I just wanted to grab the car charger and maybe try to fix his dead-ass phone real quick. Okay. I'm gonna take a little peek now. Okay. Be right back. Please don't, you don't have to stop. Are you sure you're okay?
Yes, go. This is nowhere near as bad as it looks. I swear to God. Go do your thing.
Yeah, we still got lady stuff to talk about, plus the blood to clean off.
Yes, lady stuff in the wreck.
You keep your fucking little poison mouth shut.
God, I really am so sorry. Barging in here, not calling, interrupting this, and now I'm leaving again.
Yeah.
Oh, you know I don't deserve you, right? I say that a lot. But really, you're beautiful, you're wonderful, and I don't deserve a second of your
You
time.
really don't. I love getting you two anyway. Home by 10?
More like 11, I think. Miss Sylvia's friend. Apologies again for interrupting. As I'm sure Sylvia's told you, I can be a little bit of a goof like that, but I mean well. I swear, Miss.
Hughes. Olivia Hughes.
Olivia? No way. No. The same Olivia Hughes that went to Grace Hills High about 9 or 10 years ago?
Yes.
I went there. I was at school.
High school?
Yeah. Oh my God. What did it?
Yeah.
Babe, your friend and I actually went to the same high school. I think you were like a year ahead of me or behind. We were in the same grade, I know, but I'm sure we had at least like 1 or 2. God, I didn't even recognize you. But that's not, I mean, you haven't aged a day. I had long hair back then. Stanley Culverwell? I played lacrosse. Maybe you saw a couple of our games. Or...
Yes, I do remember you. Yeah, you played with my boyfriend. He was an attacker, Scott Stanton.
Jesus. Yeah, that was such a... You know how I told you I was at school when the thing...
Yeah, I know.
Oh, man. Olivia, I know it's been a long time, or it was a long time ago, but your boyfriend, I mean, Scott, great guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, did not deserve what happened to him at all. Great guy, Scott.
thanks. Thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah, well, it's true. But hey, look at us gabbing like a couple of house frogs, huh?
Well, you can take the boy out of the small town, but...
But you can't take the town out of the boy.
Yes.
Big city girl here, born and bred. She gets this look in her eye whenever I start talking about like Grace Hills.
Yeah.
Like, might as well be about Siberia. But I love saying, talking to you guys some more. However, my phone's still got no juice, and if I'm not there right on time, Dave's not gonna know whether I'm dead or alive.
No,
or
it's
what.
fine. Go. Have fun, sweetheart.
Can do, will do. All right, here we go. Hey, add me online or something. I'd love to catch up and swap stories, see how you've been.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to know where you two even meet. Or, what? You two have fun. You can add me or not, whatever.
No.
Sylvia, if your hand starts
It's
to bleed or
fine.
anything.
Goodbye, Stan.
Okay. Love you.
Love you more.
Stanley Culverwell.
Liv,
I do not remember him. I mean, not one I even... I mean, nobody tells you about this when you're all pretty and you're well liked and people don't ever show their true selves. It's like everybody acts so fucking agreeable all the time. And they blur together their faces, their names, the same fake back of their smile, laugh. He doesn't know. Gosh, this must be like some giggly teenage fantasy, right? Ripped right out of your sophomore year journal. I mean, dreamy jock never even knew you existed, and now you're both... Question. Is the sex better or worse knowing that every second you spend with him is built on a lie?
Liv, I'm not gonna...
No, I mean, on the one hand, I could see how it could be kind of hot. You know, like having an affair, except you're cheating on you with you, or he's cheating. But keeping your shit straight? How does that happen? You're on a fucking committee. For Christ's sake, he doesn't realize that? Or does darling Stanley not know about the crosses either? Maybe you're not even clever, or careful. Maybe he's just the stupidest fucking,
Not like that.
the stupidest, but still, telling the truth from the lies from... You can put your glasses on again, by the way. No one here to see but yours truly.
I want you to leave my apartment.
That's not your decision.
It is, and I made it. Get out. Get out, or I will kill you.
Gladly.
Olivia picks up the list from the table and starts towards the door.
Maybe if I'm lucky, I can meet Stanley on the way down and give this to him myself.
You goddamn it! I didn't know!
You changed your whole life! You lied! You rewrote your own fucking history just to what, Sylvia? If you didn't know that Eddie was going to do what he did, if you didn't play a direct personal part in what happened that day to Scott, to my father, to all the men and women that he murdered, then why are you hiding from yourself so fucking desperately?
I'm not hiding.
Oh, now you're lying.
Don't call me a liar. Don't you dare call me a
Lying
liar.
to me, you're lying to Stan, you're lying to your mother,
I
yourself.
didn't know.
You suspected. Tell me. Tell me that you knew, and all of this can end. I go away, this, gone. You go back to Stanley, you go back to wearing contact lenses in your apartment with the curtains that you hate and the water that runs red and everything about your life. I mean, the way it is now stays exactly the same. It's like what you said when you were talking about the committee and the crosses. Who does that help? It's too late for justice. I don't care about justice. I don't care about revenge or hurting you. You are nothing to me, Sylvia. But I want to know, I need. So tell me the truth and all of this will be over.
He was the closest thing I had to a friend, to a boyfriend, anything. We didn't love each other. We wouldn't have known what love was even if... But we hated. God, we hated. And it was that. It was our hate that bound us together better than love ever could.
Tell me you knew.
Olivia, you were special. That's what we couldn't stand the most. It was like a crack in the sky, a flaw in the design of the universe. How could somebody who caused so much pain, who did nothing but ruin our lives, and how could she be destined to go so far? Blessed are the meek shall inherit, what I was telling you before. Bullshit.
Sylvia.
The cruel shall inherit, that's what it should say. You were cruel. You still are. Cruelty oozes out of your fucking pores. No matter what you say about what you want, you do want to make me suffer. You want to see me crucified, and you want to be the one hammering in every last nail.
Say it. Tell me that you knew.
The only problem is, now, you're weak. It's easy to be cruel when you're strong. But all your bullying, all the abuse you dealt out day after day, watching us suffer, you shaped something even crueler than you. A monster named Eddie Cleary. And it ate everything you loved. Your whole precious world, like popcorn.
Say it.
I didn't know.
Liar.
I didn't know.
Liar! 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 You're
Sylvia
a liar!
lunges and grabs the list out of Olivia's
please
hands.
don't.
Before Olivia can stop her, Sylvia begins ripping up the list into pieces. She tries to stop her, but it's too late. Sylvia scrambles up to the top of the table to throw the shredded bits up into the air, a burst of white paper drifting through the air. Sylvia climbs down from the table and snatches a piece of paper out of the air and pushes it up against Olivia's chest.
I
hard.
didn't know, and now you have nothing, which is exactly what you are. Liv, Olivia, look at me. Look here, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Get out of my fucking apartment.
Sylvia shoves Olivia, who almost collapses. Her knees are buckling as she stumbles towards her chair, towards her purse hanging there. She picks it up and starts fumbling around inside. As Sylvia turns away and starts tending to her hand, which has begun to bleed, Olivia pulls a handgun out of her purse.
Oh, wait.
She presses it to the back of Sylvia's head.
No, please, no. Say it. Tell me you knew, tell me.
I knew everything.
Shut up! Shut up! Get on your knees. Get on your fucking knees!
Barrel of the gun still pressed to her head, Sylvia slowly gets down onto her knees.
Put out your hand.
But
Put out your hand. Put out your hand and open it. Put it out!
Liv, this isn't. You don't have to do anything. Don't you see that? This is other people. This is dead men living through us, fighting through us. Like, we're not that. The world says that we're the ones who survived and who knew them, their daughters, girlfriends, but we're not that. Liv, we're alive. We don't have to.
Olivia reaches around in her purse again and pulls something else out. A bullet. She places the gleaming shell into Sylvia's palm.
Oh, God. Oh, I wanted to be friends, Liv. I wanted you here. I wanted to be friends. I wanted us to get together and talk. And you'd say something and I'd say something and you would laugh and we would be done. It could be friends. It doesn't matter anymore. That was 10 years ago. It was a lifetime ago. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Please, please, please. We can still be friends. What?
I said put it in your mouth and eat it. And then tell me
Tell what?
the truth. And if I believe you, we can be friends.
She cocks the hammer. Sylvia stares at the bullet in her bloody hand. Olivia looks down at her. For a few moments they stay this way. Then they fade away. On a hillside are hundreds of crosses, silhouetted by the sunset. End of play.